That blue and yellow can? It's in 80% of American garages, but sprayed on these car parts and you're looking at catastrophic brake failure, engine damage worth thousands, or worse. I'm talking safety hazards that could leave you stranded on the highway. Yeah, WD-40, the same stuff you trust. Let me show you where this miracle spray becomes your worst nightmare and what you should use instead. Part 1. Brake rotors and brake pads. Let's start with the most dangerous mistake on this list, because this one can literally get someone killed. Spraying WD-40 on your brake rotors or brake pads. It usually starts with a squeal. Your brakes are noisy, it's embarrassing, and you think, WD-40 stops squeaks, so why not? Or maybe you see brake dust and assume a quick spray will clean things up. The logic feels right, the result is deadly. Brakes work on one thing and one thing only: friction. When you press the pedal, the pads clamp onto the rotors, and that friction is what stops your car. WD-40 does the exact opposite. It removes friction. When you spray it on your brakes, you coat them in a slippery petroleum film. And the scary part is, you won't notice it right away. The car might still stop, at first. But the next time you need to brake hard, your stopping distance can increase by 30 or even 40%. That extra distance can be the difference between a close call and a disaster. And once brake pads are contaminated, you can't fix them. They have to be replaced. If you need to clean your brakes, use brake cleaner. That's it. It evaporates, leaves no residue, and is designed for this job. Bottom line, keep WD-40 far away from anything that's supposed to stop your car. Part 2. Rubber seals and gaskets. This one is sneaky because at first it looks like it actually works. Spraying WD-40 on rubber seals and gaskets. Maybe your door seals are dry. Maybe you see a small oil seep. You spray WD-40, the rubber softens, the leak slows down, and you think you just solved the problem. But what you really did was start destroying the rubber from the inside. WD-40 contains petroleum solvents, and rubber absolutely hates petroleum. It breaks down the rubber structure. First, it swells, then it weakens, then it cracks, and finally, it fails. That tiny leak becomes a major leak. That stiff seal becomes brittle and torn, and now you're replacing parts that could have lasted years. This applies to door seals, window seals, sunroof seals, engine gaskets, transmission seals, all of it. If rubber needs conditioning, use a silicone-based or glycerin-based rubber conditioner. If a gasket is leaking, fix it properly. WD-40 is not a repair, it's just expensive procrastination. A $5 shortcut that creates a $500 problem is never a good deal. Part 3. Leather seats and interior. Now let's move inside the car, because this mistake happens more than you'd think. Spraying WD-40 on leather seats and interior surfaces. There's a sticky spot. There's residue. And WD-40 is famous for removing sticky stuff, so people reach for it. But leather is skin. It needs natural oils to stay healthy. And WD-40 strips those oils away. At first, it might look clean, but over time, the leather dries out, cracks, and discolors. The residue attracts dirt, the surface becomes greasy, and on light interiors, it can permanently stain. And here's something nobody thinks about. Slippery seats are dangerous. If you're sliding around during braking or cornering, that's a safety issue. On top of that, the smell lingers. Your car ends up smelling like a workshop on a hot day, and no air freshener will save it. If it's leather, use proper leather cleaner and conditioner. If it's sticky residue, use an adhesive remover made for interiors. Your seats will last longer, your car will look better, and your resale value will thank you. Part 4. Painted surfaces. Number 4 is a big one because a lot of people think WD-40 is actually safe for this. Using it on your car's painted surfaces. Yes, WD-40 can remove tar, bugs, tree sap, and adhesive. That part is true. But what they don't tell you is what it's doing to your paint at the same time. Your car doesn't just have paint, it has layers. Base color, then clear coat, and on top of that, wax or sealant if you take care of it. That clear coat is what gives your car shine and protects it from sun damage, fading, and oxidation. WD-40 is a solvent, and solvents don't choose what to remove. When you spray WD-40 to get rid of tar, you're also stripping away your wax and weakening the clear coat. Do this enough times and those spots will start looking dull, cloudy, and lifeless. I see this all the time. Someone hits a construction zone, gets tar on the car, sprays WD-40, wipes it off, and feels proud. But now that section of paint has zero protection. Do it again and again, and suddenly the finish looks uneven and worn. It also leaves an oily film. That film attracts dust, dirt, and grime, so the area gets dirty faster than the rest of the car. And if you try to wax over it, the wax won't bond properly. Will one use ruin your paint? Probably not, but repeated use absolutely will. If it's bugs or tar, use a proper bug and tar remover. For sap, use sap remover. For adhesive, use an automotive-safe adhesive remover. Then wash and reapply wax. Paint correction can cost hundreds or even thousands. The right product costs $10. Choose wisely. Part 5. Throttle body and MAF sensor. Now let's pop the hood, because mistake number 5 can get expensive fast. Spraying WD-40 into the throttle body or anywhere near the mass airflow sensor, the MAF sensor. Modern engines are not forgiving. They rely on sensors to measure air with extreme precision. The MAF sensor uses delicate heated wires to calculate exactly how much air is entering the engine. The computer then decides how much fuel to inject. When you spray WD-40 near that sensor, oily residue coats those wires. Now the readings are wrong. The air-fuel mixture goes off, and everything starts going downhill. What does that look like? Rough idle, hesitation, poor fuel economy, check engine light. And most of the time, once a MAF sensor is contaminated, it's done. You're replacing it. That's $100 to $400. The throttle body is no better. Yes, it gets dirty. Yes, it needs cleaning. But WD-40 leaves residue. That residue attracts more carbon. So instead of fixing the problem, you make it worse. This is why specific products exist. MAF sensor cleaner for the MAF. Throttle body cleaner for the throttle body. They evaporate completely and leave no residue. If you're not comfortable working around these parts, don't guess. A professional cleaning is cheap. Replacing sensors because of WD-40 is not. Part 6. Spark plugs and ignition system. Number 6 is the ignition system. Spark plugs, coils, and everything connected to them. Spark plugs create a high-voltage spark to ignite the air-fuel mixture. For that spark to work properly, the plug has to be clean and dry. No oil, no moisture, no contamination. When you spray WD-40 near spark plugs, boots, or coils, you're introducing oil into a high-voltage system. That causes misfires, rough running, loss of power, and poor fuel economy. If oil reaches the tip of the spark plug is fouled. It won't fire correctly, and you can't clean it. It has to be replaced. If oil gets into the boot or coil connection, the spark can jump to ground instead of the plug. That can damage the coil, and coils are not cheap. One bad spray can turn into hundreds of dollars. Worse, if WD-40 gets into the cylinder, now you're burning oil and risking catalytic converter damage. There is only one time to use penetrating oil here, and that's on stuck spark plug threads. Very carefully, and never WD-40. And for electrical protection, use dielectric grease. That's what it's made for. If your ignition system is working, leave it alone. If it's not, fix the real problem. WD-40 is not a solution for any ignition issue, ever. Part 7. Drive belts. Serpentine belt. Number 7 is probably the most common WD-40 mistake on the planet. Spraying it on a squealing serpentine belt. You start the car, it squeals like crazy, everyone looks at you, and you think, WD-40 stops squeaks. So you spray the belt. And for about 30 seconds, the noise goes away. You think you fixed it. You didn't. You made it worse. That belt drives your alternator, power steering, air conditioning, and water pump. It works through friction and tension. When you spray WD-40 on it, you reduce friction. The belt starts slipping, and as it slips, it overheats and becomes glazed. Once a belt is glazed, it's done. It will never grip properly again. Now the squeal comes back worse. And on top of that, your battery may not charge, your power steering can fail, and in extreme cases, the belt can fly off completely. Now you're stranded with an overheating engine. That squeal is a warning. Either the belt is worn, the tensioner is weak, or a pulley is failing. WD-40 hides the symptom while damaging the part. Belts are cheap. Engines are not. Replace the belt. Fix the real problem. Part 8. Locks and door mechanisms. Number 8 is tricky because WD-40 actually seems like the right choice here. Door locks and latches. You spray it, the lock feels smooth, the door works better, and you think, perfect. But 2 weeks later, the problem is back. And now it's worse. WD-40 is a light oil. It penetrates, then evaporates, leaving residue. That residue attracts dirt. Dirt turns into paste. Paste turns into stuck locks. Over time, your lock gets stiff, your latch gums up, and in cold weather, it can even freeze. The WD-40 that fixed it is now the reason it's failing. For locks, use graphite or dry lock lubricant. For hinges and latches, use white lithium grease or silicone spray. These are designed to stay in place and not attract dirt. WD-40 is a quick fix that creates a slow problem. Use the right product once instead of the wrong product over and over. Part 9. Timing belt and timing chain area. Number 9 is the most dangerous mistake on this entire list. Spraying WD-40 anywhere near your timing belt or timing chain. Your engine depends on perfect timing. Pistons go up, valves go down. If they meet, the engine is destroyed. The timing belt or chain keeps everything in sync. Timing belts are made of rubber and must run completely dry. If oil touches them, they can slip. Even one tooth of slippage can bend valves, damage pistons, and turn your engine into scrap. That's thousands of dollars in damage. Timing chains run in oil, but in a sealed system with specific engine oil. You do not add random chemicals to it. If a timing chain is noisy, it means something is worn. WD-40 will not fix it. And yes, people actually do this. They hear a noise, spray WD-40 without knowing where it's going, and contaminate the timing system. That mistake can end the engine. If your timing belt is due, replace it. If your timing chain is noisy, get it diagnosed. This is not a DIY spray situation. The timing system is the heartbeat of your engine. You don't guess with it. And you definitely don't experiment with WD-40. Part 10. Battery terminals and electrical connectors. Number 10 is a mistake a lot of DIYers make because it sounds logical. Spraying WD-40 on battery terminals and electrical connectors. Here's how it usually happens. You pop the hood, see corrosion on the battery terminals, maybe your car has trouble starting, and you think, WD-40 removes rust and protects metal. I'll spray it on there. Seems smart. It's not. WD-40 is not an electrical contact cleaner. It leaves an oily film, and in electrical systems, oil is a problem. When you coat battery terminals with WD-40, that residue attracts dust, dirt, and moisture. Over time, that grime builds up and actually increases electrical resistance. That means weaker starts, charging issues, and weird electrical problems that are incredibly hard to diagnose. It gets worse with sensors and connectors. Modern cars have dozens of electrical connectors for things like your injectors, coils, sensors, and modules. These connectors rely on clean, dry contact. If WD-40 gets inside, it can trap dirt, interfere with signal flow, and even damage sensitive electronics. I've seen cars come in with random misfires, warning lights, and no start conditions, all because someone protected the connectors with WD-40. If you have corrosion on battery terminals, use battery terminal cleaner and a wire brush. If you're cleaning electrical connectors, use proper electrical contact cleaner. It evaporates completely and leaves zero residue. And if you want protection, use dielectric grease. A tiny amount. That's what it's designed for. WD-40 is a lubricant and water displacer. It is not an electronic solution. WD-40 isn't magic, and it's definitely not a repair. In the wrong places, it doesn't fix problems, it creates them. Expensive ones. If your car is making noise, leaking, or not working right, don't spray and hope. Diagnose and fix it properly. If this video saved you from even one mistake, hit like, share it with that friend who sprays WD-40 on everything, and subscribe for more real car advice. Your car will thank you.